Greetings, kindred friend. Let us take a truly quiet moment right now. Imagine a peaceful early morning when a pale yellow ray of sunlight gently pierces through the window, warming the room and resting lightly on your time-worn hands. You sit there, in the forgiving silence, and suddenly an existential question knocks on your heart. If today were the last opportunity you were granted to start over one more time, what would you regret not having the courage to change? We often live in a vague fear of time. We worry about wrinkles, about the weakening of the physical body, and call it the loss of life. However, Buddhist wisdom gives you a completely different liberating truth. Old age itself does not steal your life. What truly and silently consumes our precious years are the unconscious habits that have lingered for all these years. Age itself does not steal a life. What slowly takes a life are unconscious habits. In tonight's journey, we will together identify the 8 silent patterns that are stealing the radiance of your soul. Stay with me until the end of this journey, so that we can cleanse our souls together and truly live. Again, in complete stillness. Lesson 1. Stop postponing living. When later is an illusion. Dear friend, notice how many good things you have temporarily put aside just because of the word later. We often whisper to ourselves, I will travel when I have more savings. I will rest when the children are truly settled. Or I will enjoy peace when all the storms in life subside. The truth is, none of us intentionally miss out on our lives. We just accidentally get stuck in the habit of preparing to live. We spend our entire lives building a magnificent waiting room for a perfect future, forgetting that real life is silently flowing right beneath our feet. Buddhist wisdom reminds us of the law of impermanence. Everything in this universe is melting and shifting every second, from the cells in your body and precious opportunities to the very stream of time that is carrying you. There is no perfect moment waiting for you ahead. Engrave this liberating truth into your heart. The present moment is not a waiting room for a future life. It is your life. Tonight, I invite you to carry out a small revolution for your soul. Try to imagine if the word later suddenly disappeared from your mind. Then tomorrow, what would you choose to do to truly love yourself? Do not wait until all of life's math problems are solved to allow yourself to be at peace. Start living. Right in this breath, right in the stillness of tonight. Because the only treasure you truly possess is the now that is present. Lesson 2. Releasing the obsession with control. When the hand stops straining. Dear friend, we have spent most of our lives being diligent managers. You worry about your health. You silently build hundreds of scenarios about risks that could happen to your children, and you try your hardest to force every outcome to go exactly as planned. We often call that responsibility, being thorough. However, in the stillness of the dark night, be honest with yourself. That is actually fear wearing the cloak of devotion. In Buddhist wisdom, the concept of non-self reminds us of a highly liberating truth. This world does not revolve around our own desires or timing. Life is a vast flow of cause and effect, where everything has its own rhythm and path. When you try to control things beyond your reach, you are only bringing exhaustion upon yourself. Engrave this truth into your mind. Control is a promise the world never signed. Tonight, I invite you to perform an act of absolute trust in the universe. Ask your heart, what am I holding on to too tightly right now? Is it the success of your children and grandchildren, or the craving for a disease-free body? The very moment you dare to loosen your hands, dare to accept that you are not the steering wheel for the entire universe, your nervous system will receive an ultimate signal of safety. You do not need to fix this world to be at peace. You only need to be present and allow everything to be exactly as it is. Sleep in the lightness of a soul that has bravely let go, allowing the heart to beat rhythmically to the leisurely melody of heaven and earth. Lesson 3. Stop living in the world of thoughts. Dear friend, listen to the stillness of the room right now. There is an ironic truth that as the outside world becomes quieter, our inner world seems to become noisier. You lie there, but your mind is jogging. It replays an argument from 10 years ago. It worries about next week's health checkup, or it diligently weaves scenarios about things that have never happened. We mistakenly believe that we are those thoughts, so we let ourselves be swept away by the waterfall of anxiety. But Buddhist wisdom gives you a key to liberation. You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness witnessing them. Imagine your soul as a vast and still sky. Anxious thoughts, regrets, or plans, they are just clouds. There are floating white clouds of joy, and there are pitch-black clouds of fear. Clouds can come, can go, can obscure the moonlight for a moment. But look, the sky is never harmed by the weather. Engrave this truth. You are the awareness watching the weather of your mind. Tonight, I invite you to perform a labeling ritual for those clouds. Join me in taking a deep breath and exhaling very slowly. When a thought appears, instead of jumping into it, just stand still and name it. If it is an old matter, whisper to yourself, "Ah, this is a memory." If it is worrying about the future, whisper, "This is planning." If it is an unfounded fear, say, "This is anxiety." When you name them, you strip away their power. You are no longer trapped in your thoughts. You stand outside observing them pass by. Tonight, let those clouds drift freely without holding on. You are safe in the stillness of the sky. That is your true self, where no storm can touch your core of peace. Lesson 4. Shedding resentment. Liberating the soul from the past. Dear friend, try to feel your body right this moment. Is your jaw clenching unconsciously? Is your chest tightening and your breathing becoming shallow? We often mistakenly believe that anger or resentment is a shield protecting us from being hurt again. But the painful truth is, the people who broke your heart have probably moved on with their lives a long time ago. They might have forgotten, or are smiling somewhere out there. You are the only one left voluntarily staying in the prison of that memory. In Buddhist wisdom, karma is not a distant punishment. Karma is the habit of consciousness. Every time you replay an old injustice in your head, you are directly reprogramming your nervous system to live in suffering. You are forcing your body to endure the same wound thousands of times. Understand this liberating truth. Resentment does not protect you. It only prolongs the pain that should have ended a long time ago. Tonight, I invite you to perform an act of ultimate compassion for yourself. Open your palms. Letting go of resentment is not accepting the wrongdoings of others, but it is you refusing to allow the past to continue poisoning your present. When you let go, you are not doing a favor for the one who hurt you. You are giving yourself back the right to breathe expansively and the right to sleep peacefully in absolute reconciliation with your own soul. Lesson 5. Liberating from validation. When the true self needs no title. Try to reflect upon your heart. Are you someone who is always proud of being strong, of being a pillar for your children, the one who solves all troubles for your friends? On the outside, you are so reliable and solid. But in the stillness of tonight, be honest with yourself. Are you feeling exhausted? Are you secretly nurturing a fear that if you are no longer useful, if you are no longer needed, your value will also vanish? In Buddhist wisdom, this is a subtle trap of the ego. We often confuse roles with essence. You spend your whole life putting on the cloaks of titles, a devoted father, a diligent employee, a kind neighbor. You believe that you are those cloaks, but dear friend, the cloak can fray, the role must sometimes come to an end, but your soul is always complete and free. Let this question echo in your mind right now. If no one needed you tomorrow, would you still feel whole? The liberating truth is this. Your peace is not a debt the world must pay with gratitude. You are inherently a perfect flower from the moment you bloom, whether anyone passes by to admire you or not. Tonight, I invite you to take a sacred retirement for your soul. Allow yourself to be free of burdens. Let go of the need to feel important. When you realize your value lies in presence rather than productivity, your shoulders will automatically lighten. Sleep in the aura of someone who has found a haven right inside themselves, where you are loved simply because you exist. Lesson 6. Purifying consciousness. Stop poisoning the mind every day. The truth is, our minds are like a pure temple, yet we often unintentionally throw the doors wide open to invite in agitations right at dawn. That is the habit of grabbing the phone as soon as we open our eyes, letting ourselves be swept away in the waterfall of negative news, resentful debates, or implicit comparisons with the glamorous lives of others on the screen. In Buddhist wisdom, this is the lesson of food for consciousness. He taught that we do not only eat with our mouths, but we are also eating through our eyes and ears in every moment of unconscious consumption. Engrave this truth into your mind. The quality of your thoughts reflects the quality of what you consume. Tonight, I invite you to make a promise to your soul. Try a diet for the mind for the next 7 days. Tomorrow morning when you wake up, leave your phone silent in a distant place. Do not rush to scroll and see how chaotic the world is. Instead, dedicate the first moments of the day to sit still with your breath and the forgiving quietness of the room. When you stop taking in toxic noise, you will be amazed to find your mind beginning to clean itself, returning to you the clearest and most radiant sky of awareness. Sleep in the protection of mindfulness, because you deserve to start a new day with pure peace. Lesson 7. Stop abandoning the physical body. When the body is the temple of presence, there is a silent reality that many people in their twilight years often succumb to, which is the habit of living from the neck up. We spend tens of thousands of hours thinking, analyzing the past, and worrying about the future, while treating the body from the neck down as merely an abandoned physical tool. We are so absorbed in living in the world of concepts that we forget this physical body is the most faithful companion of the soul. In Buddhist wisdom, body and mind are inherently an inseparable flow. When you abandon your body, you are unintentionally severing the thread connecting you to actual life. Tonight, I invite you to perform a sacred healing ritual. Notice the sensation of your back touching the mattress, the warmth spreading beneath the blanket. That is the language of life conversing with you. Tomorrow morning, try turning the most ordinary actions into a ceremony of mindfulness. When you walk out to the garden, truly feel the soles of your feet touching the forgiving Mother Earth. When you wash a bowl in the early morning, do not rush to think about the next task. Feel the cool stream of water gliding through your fingers. Understand this liberating truth. Your physical body is not a burden. It is the doorway to the present moment. When you choose to return and reside within this form, your mind will automatically find stability without any effort. Sleep in absolute harmony between body and mind, because you are enveloped by the most sacred temple of the universe. Lesson 8. Stop filling the emptiness with habits. The journey of caring for the heart. Try to quietly look into the silent evenings in your home. Do you ever suddenly find yourself opening the refrigerator to look for a snack, even though you are not truly hungry? Or you grab the TV remote, flipping from one channel to another just to fill the space with unfamiliar sounds? Or diligently scroll through your phone until your eyes are sore? We mistakenly think we are seeking entertainment, but in reality, your mind is striving to escape a feeling it dares not face directly. In Buddhist wisdom, this is the manifestation of craving, the thirst of the soul. We try to use physical habits to cover up a spiritual emptiness. However, dear friend, engrave this forgiving truth into your mind. Often it is not your stomach that is empty, it is your heart. Tonight, I invite you to have a sacred date with yourself. Whenever an unconscious habit urges you to do something to dispel the loneliness, try pausing for just 30 seconds. Take a deep breath, place your hand on your chest, and gently ask yourself, right now, what am I truly feeling? Do not fear sadness, and do not avoid aloneness. When you are mindful enough to look straight into the void, you will realize that it is not a terrifying abyss, but a sacred space for self-love to sprout. Sleep in the lightness of someone who no longer needs external bait, because you have found true warmth right in the most authentic beat of your own heart. Dear friend, the Creator gifted us hands to cherish the graces of life, but He also taught us a greater art, that is the art of letting go. Understand the most forgiving truth of time: old age actually takes nothing away from you. It is merely silently tidying up the temple of your soul by peeling away the cumbersome layers of illusion that have been there for so long. Engrave this truth so that your soul may become weightless. Age does not steal your life. It reveals what was unnecessary. If tonight's sharing has nurtured your heart with a little warmth, please help me spread this light with a like, a comment, or subscribe to the channel so that we can continue guiding each other on the path of awakening. Wishing you a long, peaceful night, letting go completely, and waking up radiant in an entirely new being tomorrow. Goodbye, and see you again.